Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project panning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. Today I'm going to update you guys on my Nightmare on Panning. I'm really excited for this update. I have a few rollouts. I haven't selected new ones, and I think I'm going to wait to select new ones until the next update, just because I have so much stuff going on in other projects. So I'll just update, not this update, but the next update. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about who created this amazing, super fun project. It's one of my very favorites. And of course, it was created by two of my very favorite people, Jaylon from J Loves Makeup and Valerie from @VMRT on Instagram. Please go ahead and check the girls out. I will make sure to have the link down below. This runs from October 31st of 2022 to October 31st of 2023. And it is hashtag, I think, Nightmare on Panning Street. I think it's to Nightmare on Panning Street 2023. I'll have that link down below or in the title as well, because there's so many like hashtags that I usually forget. And I don't have it written down. I usually have it written down at the top. So you either select 6 or 13 items. I selected 13. I'm kind of wishing I only brought in 6, but these are such good prompts, and they did have help from a few other of their viewers, subscribers, and some of these are really interesting. And I mean, it's like scary movies. Like this is my jam. I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the stuff that I have to update. So the first thing I was gonna say, there's probably not as much progress as I would really like, because I have so many things going on. And I live in Canada. I live in central Canada in the prairies. It gets incredibly cold here. So cold, in fact, that some days I don't wear any face makeup. I just wear eye makeup because I have a scarf wrapped around my face, or I'm bundled up in my jacket, and I just don't want to see like my foundation getting on the collar of my winter jacket. It just looks really bad, and my winter jacket is black, so of course you're gonna see it. So normally when I wear a full face, I'm trying to use my Pan That Face palette, and yeah, I'm excited about the progress on that. That's all I'll say. You guys will have to watch the update for that, but there's not as much progress on this yet, but there should be very soon. And I have until October of this year, October 31st, Halloween, my favorite day. Love it. So let's go ahead and talk about my current updates. The prompt that I have first is Annabelle, and that is a pigmented bold blush. And that prompt was something that I came up with, which I'm really excited about because I freaking love blush. I love blush so much. Now this one, I wanted to bring in a blush that was really fun, and something that was like I haven't really used too much, but I wanted to get more uses on it. And I've only brought this in for 5 uses. 5. So simple, but I've only used this once, because I'm working on trying to finish my blush in my Pan That Face palette for the year. That is my primary #1 blush. I've been using it for pretty much every single look. And as much as I love it, and honestly, it's probably one of my favorite blush shades, I'm really missing out on using a lot of my other collection, and I'm okay with that. I will be honest, I am okay with that, because I have never completed an entire blush, and that is my goal. So that is definitely going to be still a focus, but I think I'm at a point where I can sort of spread the love. So slowly and surely I'll get the uses. But this is the Patrick Ta face palette for 2021 holiday, and I adore this when it came out. Like, I still adore it, but it has that like beautiful rose gold reflective mirrored packaging. I love it. I know a lot of people don't like this because you can see the fingerprints and stuff, and it's hard when you're on YouTube and you're doing like influencing and stuff to find the perfect like area to display this without all the stuff in the background. Like, you can see my ring light, all that stuff. So it is hard to showcase it, but I adore it for personal use. I adore this palette so much. And it has a full-size mirror in here as well. And then the 3 different shades of blushes. Oops. And the 3 top ones, of course, are cream, and the 3 bottom ones are the powder ones. I say bottom because when you're holding it properly, these are on the bottom. So I've only used this once, and I have used this before. I know I enjoy this. I want to start seeing, I want to start seeing these little embossments coming off. Like, I want to see them wearing away. That's sort of important to me, to start actually seeing my collection being used, and not like buying new, because there's always going to be fabulous new things that come out, and I am very guilty of buying new blushes when I don't technically need them, but it's because there's cream, there's liquid, there's powder, there's different finishes, there's different textures, there's different brands, different pigmentations. Beauty is just so incredibly fun for me that I want to try it all. But when I say that, I've only used this once, and I only wanted to put it in for 5 times, and it's been in since October, and it's now going to be like March 1st soon. So I mean, today is the 28th of February. I'll probably try and put this up tonight if I can. So tomorrow will be March 1st. And I mean, I got one use. So I need to start getting those. I could literally try and bang that out in a month and bring in another prompt. But I know I'd probably bring in more blush. The next update is for Pet Cemetery, and that is a graveyard project pan item for Resurrection, and that's something that is a nod to Emily from Emily and Max because of the graveyard project pan. And I brought in my Mac and Toledo lipstick. This was in the last like Nightmare on Panning Street project. The last one that I had this in was like the previous one. We'll just say that. I can't talk today, but the previous project I had the same lipstick in to the goal to complete it. And I have finally completed it. So I've been working on this for over a year. And the last couple months, I've just been going really, 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 really hard trying to get this out. And I brought it to work and I was reapplying because, you know, coffee, drinking water, eating your lunch or whatever, talking to people, the lipstick wears away faster for me. So I decided to complete this at work. There's like the tiniest nub on top, but when I use it, like you can see here, that's where let me see. That's where the plastic is. So that's like the smallest amount that's on there. And no, I'm not going to be digging it out. I have a lot of red other lipsticks that I want to use. I'm just not interested in digging stuff out. I'm going to use this for Back to Mac. So when I use this and it applies to my lips, it drags along the plastic. So I am done with this now. And I mean, honestly, it is very hard for me to use a red lipstick because normally I don't wear berry tone, red tone, vampy lips with the exception of the ones that I put in projects. I want to start getting back into that a little bit, but lately eyeshadow has been my focus and I want to have my eyes as the main focus. So yeah, unfortunately my little red and vampies are sitting on the back burner, but hopefully that will change a little bit more in the summer. But I do have a goal out and I have one item out of my collection, which is, I'm excited. I'm so excited about that. All right, the next one. Okay, and let me tell you, that took me 28 uses or more, just over 28 uses to complete it. So, and that's only the ones that I actually counted. There's probably many that I didn't count, but yeah, I'm really excited about that. The next one I have is Insidious, and that is something that you dreamt about purchasing. And that prompt was created by Leah. And that one I decided to bring in the Charlotte Tilbury 2021 Nudegasm Face Palette. I've been trying to get a few more like higher end face palettes for myself because I had bought like okay fine ABH in the past. I had bought some of their highlighter palettes, but I wanted like more bougie stuff that was like really pretty that I didn't think I would ever be able to afford or want to buy. And I really wanted to get this because I adored every single item that's in here. I haven't again used it much because it's a face palette and I'm trying to pan a face palette. So currently on this one, I only have one use and I want to use it 10 times. So once I'm comfortable with the amount of use that I got in my other face palette, I will start applying the 10 uses. I'm hoping to do that relatively soon. But again, I have until October. So you'll probably see this in here for just a little bit longer. And then the next one I have is for Candyman, which is a long name that takes 5 times to say or candy themed. Now, my prompt was the takes 5 times to say, like a long name. And I can't remember who wrote the candy theme one because I didn't write it down on here for some reason. So if I've missed any prompts, I apologize, but you can definitely check out those prompts. I believe Jaylon has them listed in her like description bar on her page, or if you're in Fantastic Ladies group, all of that will be listed in there. So this one I decided, I didn't even grab it. I'll have to show you next time. But this is the Neostrata Hydra Filling Eye Gel Cream. And I have like, okay, so let's say the bottle is this tall, okay? I would have like this much left from what's available to be used. It's quite a bit of a bigger container than this, but it'll probably last me a few more months, but I'm about there. So that's a rough estimate about where I'm at. So I'll mark it as soon as I'm done here. But I still have a few more uses on that. But that's something that I would really like to complete this year. The next one that I have is for the Invisible Man, and that one is either a concealer, a foundation, a primer, or a powder. So obviously something that like conceals or makes your pores invisible, stuff like that, your blemishes, blah, blah, blah. So this one I decided to go with the NYX Bare With Me concealer in the shade, it's a serum concealer, sorry, in the shade Fair. Now, I feel like this is incredibly light, but I also feel like, sorry, I have pen and stuff all over my hand. It's very, 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 very fair, but I feel like if I combined it with my vanilla shade, because I have the shade deeper as well, I think it would be a lot better for my skin tone. Not that I'm super, super deep, but that is incredibly light. It is a really beautiful concealer though. It's just very thick. And I thought being a concealer serum that it would be a little less opaque and like a little more like lightweight, I guess, but it is thick. It's okay, that's not wrong. It's opaque. It's not thick, it's opaque. But I do enjoy it. So I was down here at the last update, and I am almost up to well, I'm up to here. You can kind of see that movement. I'm trying to track. Now you can see the bottom of the container. There's a line there. Not this one. This is the end of the plastic. I'm going to this part where the product ends. I hope you guys can see that right there. That's a really good area to see. So I'm following this line. So I have used a reasonable amount. Like this was all the way to the bottom before. So I've used a reasonable amount. My kids were running into the door. But I do have 2 more uses on this, and I plan on getting those uses hopefully this week. So this would definitely be a rollout. But I'm not done those 2 uses yet. So I'll just get those finished, and then I'll bring in more prompts on the next update. For the Babadook, it is a weird name or in the deep dark of your storage. And for this prompt, I decided to bring in the Westman Atelier Clean Glow Trio sample pack for, like, of course, both of the prompts. Weird name, Westman Atelier, I think is actually a gorgeous name. But I just selected it because really I don't know one that has a super weird name. And then also deep dark of my storage. This is kind of just sitting there because I don't know, I don't grab towards like makeup, like stuff like this, like cream, like lip products or eye products or face products that are cream in like packages, like little ones like this. So I'm forcing myself to try these things, especially because I want to try the Westman Atelier line. I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous line, and it's a bougie. So currently I have tried all 3. I'm sorry, there's a little hair on this piece of tape. It's an eyebrow hair, don't worry. I have opened all 3 of these, and I have used each of them a few times. I'm going to try and open each of them so you can see the usage. Of course, there's still product left, but the blush is like halfway gone, I would say. There's a huge dip in that, and there's not that much product. So I would say I'm about halfway, maybe a little less than halfway on the blush. On the highlight, I barely used anything, and I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to complete this because it's like a gloss. It's just like a gloss. There's no real, like, it's just like a gloss. There's no like shimmer or anything to it. It's just like, you know, like a balm. I don't know. So this is just not my jam. I may consider this an empty anyways, even if I don't like it, just because I don't want to force myself to use something I really don't enjoy. I have too many products to do stuff like that. And the contour shade is absolutely beautiful. However, I feel like I'm not sure that I would buy this. I like my NARS one a little better than this one, though this is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. I would have to consider, maybe because I use this with a little tiny skinny brush, it might be better if I actually bought the stick and applied it and then maybe pounced it with a sponge or a brush or something that was bigger than the one that I can fit in here. So I'm on the fence. I did really want to purchase this before. If I can find something like maybe just a mini size of this for the holiday, like a set or something for the holiday, I might be interested. Maybe just like a blush and a bronzer. I do not want this highlighter, but I know they sell the minis now at Sephora, so I am tempted to get just a mini of the bronzer. I don't need, or the contour. I don't need a mini of the blush because I have plenty of cream blushes, but I am considering the contour. We'll see. We'll see how that goes, but that's not quite done, and my goal is to complete that. The next one I have is for Get Out, which is an item you want out of your collection. And for that one, I've decided to go with the Scruples Shine Spray, which I absolutely adore. It looks like this. And we were right here at the last update, and I have totally completed it. Whoop, whoop. I decided to, there's like the tiniest, I don't know if you can see that. There's like a couple drops worth in the bottom. Anyhow, I started using this in replacement of my leave-in conditioners because you guys know in my 50 Shades of Green, I finished the coconut one that I absolutely despised, and I absolutely adore this one. So I thought I would bring this one in and just use this one all the time for as long as it took me, and it took me only a month to get through it. I actually forced myself hardcore to plow this one out because I really, really, really wanted this out. So another MT, which is fantastic, and you guys can see it. This is where I was the last time I had it in a project, and this is where I was when I started this, using this in the project, and now it's done. So I'm so proud of this. I'm really happy, but I think I might repurchase that because it's a really nice spray. Now, the next prompt we have are the newer ones. So this is Child's Play, Childlike Theme or Packaging, which of course, Child's Play, if you guys know, is my favorite Halloween movie. Actually, I like Child's Play 1 and The Bride of Chucky is my next favorite. Those are my two absolute favorite Halloween movies of all time. I have a ton of Halloween movies that I love. You guys know me. I love horror. I love special effects. I love all that stuff, spooky things, but Child's Play is my jam. That's like, I love it. I watch it every Halloween. I watch all of them, I take all the day off for Halloween day, and I do my makeup all day, and I have Child's Play, the movies 1 all the way through. Sometimes I watch the newer ones that are like the TV series. I watch all of those, as many as I can watch that whole day. So every single year. It's awesome. I love it. So I decided to choose for the childlike theme or packaging. I chose a little mini lipstick, which is like bougie packaging. I really adore how the camera picks this up and makes it look very reflective and really pretty. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury matte lipstick in medium Pillow Talk. Now my goal is to complete this, and there's actually quite a bit more product in here than I had anticipated, but I think if I could focus on this, I could get this done in the month. But I would have to really focus because it is quite a like firm lipstick, and you don't need a lot. It has a lot of pigmentation. It's a really like pretty color, but it's definitely a little deeper than I normally wear, but it has been nice to have something that's sort of neutral but also berry, kind of like it's like a soft berry shade. It's really pretty, but I still need to work on that one a little bit. And then for the Grudge, we have Wished You Never Purchased. That was so easy for me to pick. This was the Tarteist Pro Glow Liquid Highlighter in Exposed. And you can see I had this in another project, and I was like, I'm not going to use this. I use so much. You can see I pushed so hard to get use on this. Basically what I did was I put whatever you see at the top, like from here up, I put that in my foundations, and then I would just put the foundation on my face. But it started to, because it's so like a dry creamy consistency, it sort of made the foundation not apply as nice, and I wasn't enjoying it, and so I threw the remainder in a lotion. So once that lotion is done, this one will be done. So I will be very happy to have that out of my collection. And then we have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and that is a duo or double-ended product. And for that one, I brought in the Ofra and Samantha March Blush Duo in Chick Lit. And this one I want to use 5 times. I've only used it once. It's really nice. It's very, very powdery. A lot of kick up when you use this blush. It's kind of like a nice soft peach, right up my alley. I love the nude kind of shade of this, but it also has a slight rosy tone to it. Like when I look at it in the pan, I think my eye goes more to this peach, but when you add in this like taupey rose shade, it kind of just really brings the taupey rose shade out more strongly. But I like that you can have 3 different blushes in like one little tiny compact. I love that. So I do want to use it 5 times, and I have only used it once. But again, I'm trying to slowly share the love between so many blushes that I'm using in projects right now. Then we have Reanimator, which will be a serum. And for that one, I decided to bring in the Innisfree. This is the intensive hydrating serum with green tea seed. And it's actually quite nice. It's not my favorite. I think my favorite is still the Drunk Elephant, the one in the blue bottle. But we started off with the entire thing full, and now we are down to here. I hope you can see. Oh, I should have put a different kind of tape, but I make the line, which I hope you can see there, and then I put tape over it so the marker doesn't fade away. But I can see it really well, but I'm not really sure if you guys can see it really well, but that's where it's at right now. And so I have used quite a bit, but I plan on completing this as well. So this will be probably in, I don't think until the end of the project, but for quite a few months. After that, we have Rosemary's Baby, which is a new item. And I thought about bringing in a new eyeshadow palette, but I'm doing the Eyes Project pan, which I prefer to bring than having, you know, new eyeshadow palettes brought in as a prompt in other projects. So I thought I would bring in this like contoury little palette, but I'm only using the light side, or only want to use the light side. And I haven't used it. I think I've only used it once. I haven't written anything down here, so I'm gonna say I haven't used it yet, but I want to complete it apparently. I still have so much other stuff that I want to use, but this will probably get used a lot more when I go traveling, because I'll probably grab this when I go traveling. But this is the shade here. It's quite fair, so maybe, I'm not sure, because I plan on traveling more so in the summer, so I'm not sure if that's gonna work because that'll be really bright. But I mean, if I get use, I get use. If I don't, like, that's totally fine. I might switch it up and change it to like 5 uses down the road. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to play it by ear, but I have been really trying to dabble into plenty of things, and I have taken on quite a few more projects than I normally do. So I'm definitely trying to share the love, and except for my face palette, I'm not sharing that love. I'm using that faithfully so hard right now. You guys will see in the update very soon. The next item or prompt is It, and that is something that reminds you of a clown. So when I think of a clown, I think of bright colors, like white makeup underneath, like polka dots. I think of like black outline on the eyes and the eyebrows and stuff like that. So I decided to bring in my liquid eyeliner from KVD. This one, I brought this in because of, you know, when they outline their lips or their eye shape or whatever, I brought that in for that. There is still a bit of product in here, but I find that when I put it on one eye, it starts to sort of fade off as I go into the second eye. So there's still a few uses left, but definitely something I need to like quickly get out because it's going to be used up soon, and it's starting to dry up now. So but not quite done yet. And then we have Paranormal I always want to say Paranormal Pantivity, but that's Andrea. This is not that project, but you can tell I love it. Paranormal Activity. And that is an item that never disappears. And I decided to bring in just a little small pigment from Sydney Grace. Yeah, this is the biggest pigment I think I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness, it's a gorgeous color. You can see there's like a reddish maroon color, and then it goes to like a bluey silvery, almost silvery gold kind of shift. Really, like, there's a few shades in there. There's a green, there's a bluish, there's plenty of shades in here, but I have not used this yet. I would like to. I actually planned on using it today. I'm sorry, I'm losing my concentration when the words come out because I'm so tired, but I wanted to actually use this morning, and I ended up using on the lid a Cliona shade, and then dabbled on top of that. I used Unexpected from JD Glow. And then I was like, darn, I wanted to use the Sydney Grace pigment in is it Pistol? Yeah, Pistol. And I'm like, shoot. So you know what? I'll swatch this for you because there's just so much product. Like, it will be here forever. But yeah, it's oh man, it's very messy. And I think because it's so flaky, that's why the container is so large. Oh, it's really pretty. Oh my goodness. But yeah, very flaky, but very, very gorgeous. It is like a typical like reddish maroon, fading into a blue shade. However, this one is like next level metallic, like, and that's what I am here for. I love that kind of a shift. I love that kind of a finish and texture. So just, I think I would probably use a glitter base because of how flaky it is. It's just stunning though. Can't believe I keep saying Paranormal Pantivity, my goodness. But I only want to use that 3 times. I mean, I should be able to get that done in a month, but when I have so many things that I'm using, yeah, I need to just put things in front of me to use them. The last one I have is for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is a product so clean or natural you could eat it. And this one is from Glow Recipe. I selected that. It's a little ways away from me. I don't actually, you know what? Maybe I can reach it. Yeah, I can reach it. Okay, so it's the Glow Recipe Duo. It has a watermelon glow niacinamide dewdrops and a watermelon glow PHA and BHA pore tight toner. And I wanted to complete these, but I also was considering saving these for a trip that I want to go on, but I'm going to just use them at home because I have other like foil packets and stuff like that that I can bring. So, and these are actually quite large. This was my birthday gift. That's a quite fair amount of toner. And I've been wanting to try a few Glow Recipe items. I don't know. I don't know if I am like sold yet on the brand, but I definitely want to try that out anyhow. And that is everything. Since I'm not bringing anything in, I'm just going to leave it here because I can't bring any more in. You guys know I'm having like one use here and there on things. Like I just can't bring more in just yet. So next month, when I do this at the end of March, I will bring in all the items that I am missing, all the prompts that I have been missing. So I have 2 rollouts today, and I'll also have, like these are completed items, and I'll also have this one as a rollout as well because I only need 2 more uses on this. And I think what I might do is bring in my MAC concealer because that one I think I may be able to finish this year, and it would be really great to get a concealer out of my collection. I think that would be so great. So yeah, this one will be out by the next update. I'm going to count it out now so you won't see it in the next update. I'm just going to count this as a completed prompt now. So just so you guys are aware, these 3 will be rolling out today. So I'll bring in 3 prompts, and then whatever else I get to, whatever else I can complete or goals I can meet, I'll bring that in next time, but for sure those 3. So thank you guys so very much for watching. Don't forget to check out Valerie and Jaylon. I love when they do their duo videos together. It's so fun. I laugh the whole time. They're really working hard on their prompts. I think both of them have finished like 8 items each, which is mind-blowing. Like, that is so good. I wish I could do that myself. 3 I think is okay, but 8 would be fantastic. So go ahead and check out, it's on Jaylon's YouTube channel, so Jay Loves Makeup. And go ahead and check that out. Make sure you like and subscribe to their channel. And also, if you don't mind, like and subscribe here too. I want you to stay so you can check out my update for the next time. And I will see you guys again in the next video. Bye, you guys.